There are several cases in Antioch, California that are being dropped due to the racist text scandals by the police. Um, in my opinion, they need to reevaluate those cases to see which are valid and which are not valid. In this case, there are some charges being dropped against people who murdered some people and burned their bodies, and that is causing problems within the community.
I will never get over them picking my child up out of that thing and loading her in there, and I didn't even know that was her.
Sandra Sharman is still reeling from the pain of losing her daughter, Michaela. Last October, Michaela's burned body was found along this Antioch trail. Two men were arrested in connection with the crime. They were facing charges of arson and mutilating a corpse. But that's no longer the case after the Contra Costa County District Attorney dismissed all charges, saying the case was now in doubt because it involved Antioch police officers connected to the department's racist text messaging scandal. That scandal involves racist and homophobic texts traded between officers, in some cases bragging about assaulting suspects. Today, the Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office confirmed that the two suspects are no longer in custody.
This means there needs to be like an outside investigation group to come in and uh, look over the evidence and see what is correct and what is incorrect so that we can actually find the people who committed these crimes. Because if there's people, killing people and burning their bodies, they're going to be doing it multiple times, and it's best to stop them as soon as possible instead of waiting until there's, a ton of, dead people.
It's unexplainable. Who would do something like this? And this is the way it is.
My sympathies are absolutely with the family.
Annie Esposito is the Assistant District Attorney for Contra Costa County. She says they're currently reviewing pending court cases and say that review involves more than just looking at the individual actions of each officer in each case.
It is looking at the totality of together what influence and overall the influence of all the department that was involved in this case.
Michaela's sister Nicole is also sad and angry that the prosecution of two men tied to her sister's death is now being vacated because of the police scandal. She believes the evidence presented during preliminary hearings, including surveillance video of the crime, clearly links these suspects to her sister's death.
So I believe that they're appeasing a community by dismissing the case, but they haven't done their due diligence at scrutinizing the evidence.
The district attorney's office says they could reopen the case if new evidence is found. But as it stands, the case is dismissed. And now the family of Michaela Sharman is left to consider other options for trying to reopen a case they feel should have never been dismissed.
I don't want to hear their apologies. I don't want to hear what they got to say unless they're saying something pertaining to Michaela's death.
In Antioch, Pete Serratos, NBC Barrier News.